Hey everyone, welcome to a different video I normally do. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can create your own custom kits, and it's going to be a lengthy tutorial, but I thought it'd be better to do a whole tutorial where there's more questions answered now rather than doing those mini ones. And we're going to be going over how you can make a custom kit, how you can add enchantments, how you can give a name and description of it, and lastly how you can actually make it limited. So for example, how you can make it only so one rank has a certain kit. So just to show you here, these are the kits I've done so far. They're still quite buggy, but just to show what I mean, let's just do the highest rank one, which I've got. If I click this kit, it's enchanted, it's got names, etc. like so. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I'm just going to close Minecraft. And yeah, so how to make kits. So kits generally, at first they're very daunting, they're long to make, they're tiring, but once you get the main ideas of them, they're quite easy. So again, you might be doing this on a hosting website, you may be doing it on Notepad, it's the same thing. To locate it, you want to have essentials installed. So you go to your plugins. Now, what's happened? You want to go on your plugins. When you're in there, you just want to download essentials. And if you don't know where it is, you just type in essentials plugin. And it's just, you most likely have heard of essentials. If you're running a Bukkit server, everyone has essentials. It's vital you're going to have in your server. You just download your version, which you'll see here, and then you just literally drag it in, or on this case I'd upload it and then I'd start the server. And you want to go into essentials, and you'll see a file called config.yml. You just edit this or open it up in your normal one, and you'll see this. So now I'm going to minimize this, and I've actually downloaded Notepad++, and we'll get into it. So I will actually just delete this, just because, well, we don't need to see this, because I want to help you as best I can. So there we go. Okay, so initially you'll see these are kits already inputted. These are the kits you can access generally. These aren't made by me. You should all see these kits. And the thing about is, the reason why it can be quite hard and you'll have a lot of errors is because this is a YML file. Now YAML files. Now they're famous for basically you make one mistake and it will give you an error. So let's just say you tab instead of being space, you just do a general error like giving a space without putting an underscore. Anything which is wrong, it will just make it an error. So think of it like if you printed this out, you thread it through a machine which is configured for this type of file. If it doesn't understand it, it will just reset to the default. So if you wonder what I mean, let's just say I made an error with this. How would I know I made an error? Well, firstly, you'll most likely notice that your kits won't be there, or something you've done in there won't be there. But secondly, if you go into your actual Essentials plugin, you'll see one of these which will be created, and you'll know it's broken. You'll say .broken, and you'll look. Make sure you always find the right time, because these are errors, but it's been fixed now. So you should always look for that. And also there's a checker here, which I'll show you later, which basically means you can make sure that you're doing it right. So how do we make one? Let's first of all start by making a custom kit. So what we're going to do is, on this one here, which you should have firework, it's easier to work from this. Oh, what you want to do is, oh my god, I'm not used to actually using Notepad++. What we're going to do is, you want to write right here what you want. So this is the name of your kit. So it doesn't have to be all like capitals and everything like that, but you just want to do one full name. So let's just call this let's call this, let's just do diamond. And then you want to put a colon, like so. And if you're already wondering if you're doing it in the wrong place, what the good way I always used to do here is I do it, get my little kind of line spacing thing and just press down. And you see if it's in the right column, then I know it's right. If it was like here and it went up, I know I've done it wrong. So you just do that. And then you want to enter 1, 2, and you write delay. Delay basically means how often you can use this kit. Just to give you a heads up, 86,400 is using it once every 24 hours. But generally I like to do it, well, for these cases I'm just going to say 12 hours, so that's going to be 43,000, my god, my maths, 200. And make sure you leave a space between the colon and the figure you're inputting. So next is the items. Again, enter. It should already configure it for you. Items. So make sure again, if you're thinking items is in the wrong place, press up, and it should be in line with the delay. Then press enter again, and press. I think it's 4 times. Enter 1, 2, 3. Oh no, maybe like that. And it will basically, again, a good indicator is the little dash should be linking with the E, and then space. And now this is where you put the ID. So this is when you get this kit. This is what items it's going to give you. So if I just show you here and load up an ID list, like so. Let's just say I wanted to give them, I don't know, chain armor, for example. This is the ID you put in. So I believe you can give anything. So if I wanted to, I could give them granite or whatever. But in this case, we're doing diamond armor, so I'm just going to type in diamond. We'll start with the armor, so 310 to 313. So we have our dash, we do space, the ID, so I forgot, is it 309? Yeah, 310. Alright, that's the ID, so that means that they're going to give me, I'm going to get 1 helmet. Space, this is the quantity, so do you want them to have 10 helmets or 1 helmet per kit? I'm just going to say 1, because you don't really want more than 1 helmet. Space. Now, if that's all you want, and you don't want a name, you don't want it enchanted, that's all you would do, then you press enter and carry on. So for now, I'm just going to do it as normal, because this is the first part of the tutorial for basics, so that's what I want. And I just copy this, so, you know, then it's 3, 111, 3, 112, oh, my bad. Oh, I forgot to put the 1 in, hold on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And 3, 1, 3. So that would be fine as it is. That basically would mean if I type in /kit diamond, it would give me a diamond, all the diamond armor. And this is when we can use the valid YAML validator to see if it's right. So a good way always to check is add in the firework one, because that's correct. So you just add in the firework one and the kits that you made, like so. Make sure you also make sure you highlight all of these spaces so it's, you know, it works as best as it can. Paste that in there, click go. Oh, okay, I probably made a mistake. Oh wait, no I haven't. Okay, apparently it's pasted it in like that, so I don't know why it's done that. Oops. That's the thing about pasting, it's never always a good thing to do. Why is it done that? It shouldn't be like that. Yeah, like that, sorry. I don't know why it did that. But just if I correct it now, put this back to the way. Again, you saw me, I didn't do that. I think it's just because I edited it in Notepad++ and I'm using it on a thingy. That's how it should be. And as you can see, this is exactly the same as I just edited it. I've just like fixed it, and it should say valid that. And if it says that and it's in green, it means, you know, if you copy that and paste it, it will work. But as you saw then with the error, it's important that you always check before you save it. Just because it says valid there, you know, with the whole spacing and stuff, when you copy and paste, it sometimes gets mixed up. So always be careful and double check. So now we talked about how you make a general kit. How can we add enchantments? Because, you know, that's an important thing. So again, what I like to do is I open up the enchantment, so I just type in Minecraft enchantments, like so. Enchantments, I guess they're both the same thing. And we're going to go down to the enchantments. Okay, I'm in the wrong one. Well, I chose the wrong link out of these two. Minecraft Gamepedia. So again, you got to make it, you know, you're not going to, you'll probably get an error if you put on sharpness on a chest plate, for example. Make sure you're looking at the right item you want to enchant. So, as you see, this is our, oh, wrong one. As you see, this is giving us a helmet. All you do is do space and the enchantment name. This is another key thing. If you want to put, for example, fire protection on, or feather falling, or anything with 2 words or more, you make it as 1 word. You don't do fire space protection or fire underscore. It's 1 word, okay? So I will show you this as an example. I will do fire protection. Fire protection. You then put a colon, and then you put no space. You just put the level of it. So I look here, fire protection. It can go up to 4. So I want them to have a helmet of fire protection 3. And then if you want more than 1 enchantment, you literally just do space and again something else. So I'm going to put on blast protection as well. So again, 1 word, blast protection, and I want them to have that of level 2. And then we just copy that like so. So you know, we're just going to copy this. Let's just say now let's do projectile protection. Sorry, I want that level 2, and then fire protection again. Of level 2. I'm just going to put random ones in just to show you in this case. Okay, so this is the chest. These are the leggings. Maybe is there a different one here? Okay, so this one can have fawns on. So fawns of level 1. So I'm going to have for that one. And these are the leggings. These are the feet. So I want just do fawns again. So again, that's how this is. Again, I will show if I copy and paste just this, and make sure, you know, don't just copy it like that, because that will just copy it like that. Make sure you copy all of it, copy it and paste it into the YML limit. So as you can see, that's actually pasted rightly, and it should say valid. Okay, so I don't know why it does that. Again, as you saw, it is right. It's just, I think it's because I'm copy and pasting it, but you should know where it goes. It should go like that. And let me just, I don't know why it does that, if I have to be rightfully honest. but you know why you go wrong. Make sure D and I line up. The little dashes should go under the E, like so, like that, and then like that, and that should say a valid. There we go, valid. So that will actually work. That will give us the protection. So lastly is the name and description before we go into how to actually add them in. So what you do for this is you do space, and then you just type in name, colon. So make sure you have a space between any enchantments, space, name, colon, and then again you don't do a space. That's when you write your name. So let's say I want it to be called, in this case I'm just going to call it test. So you can put caps locks if you want. So caps locks, I'm going to put test. And whenever you're doing like a new word, you do underscore. It's very important you do that. If you just do test, for example, or test, space, test, or whatever, it won't work. You have to do underscore, and then the new word. So let's just do test helmet. Now, if you want it to be bold or underlined, this is when you can use some syntax. So some general ones to use are @L, and then you write your words. So let's just call test. And that basically, when that gives us that kit, the test will be in bold. And the other one you can do is @N, and then to do test again. That will make the @N will make it so it's underlined. So that's just the general thing, and then you copy that for what you want. Now lastly is the description, which is known as law. So you just do space after you've done your name, law, excuse me. Same thing, comma, and then you write your description. And it's the same thing. So let's just call it this is a, and I want helmet to be in bold, so I'm just going to do @L helmet. So there you go. Oh, spelled that wrong. And then you just copy this kind of for all the other ones, or how much you want. So remember, some key things to remember here, after the enchantment you leave space and put name. There's no spaces here. For spaces in the name and description you put an underscore. So that's all good, and you'll edit that, and again you'll make sure you always use this to see if it's valid. And even when you're actually in your main config of this, you can always just type parts of it in and see if it's right. So the last thing is seeing if it's actually going to be valid. If it's going to, how do we make it so, for example, I only want this type of rank to have this kit. So what we're going to do is, once you've done that, make sure, for example, in this case, you would save it and it would be fixed. What you want to do then is go back, and this is when you use a permissions plugin. For this example, I'm using Group Manager, but you can use permissions X, permissions, whatever, B permissions, I think, and whatever. So in this case, I go to Worlds, Server, Groups, because wherever you have your groups, basically. And okay, so this is how you would do it. I guess I can actually just show you in here. So remember what we named it Diamond, and that's the name of our kit. Let's say I don't want the member to have access to the kit, but I want them to have access to general kits. You should know this command, essentials.kits, and that basically allows them to use kits, but that means they could have access to the diamond kit. So what you do is you do enter 1 2 3 4 to make sure it's right, space, and then you don't just put essentials.diamond, you put minus essentials.kit, and then the name of the kit in this case, which is diamond. It's very important that you put this little minus here, or kind of a dash, because it means you're not letting them have access to use kit.diamond. However, you are allowing them to use /kits. If I didn't have this command, they would have access to use the diamond kit, because it is in the config file. So that'd be like that. And now let's just say the next group I have is hunter. Okay, the hunter, I do want them to have access to the diamond kit. It's like a donator perk, if you will. They already have access to kits, so I just do enter 1 2 3 4 essentials, and then I want them to have access to that kit, so I do .kit.diamond, and then I can just repeat that or whatever I want and save it. So basically, if we think about this, if I'm just a general member of the server, this won't let me use this will let me just use any kits. However, this one won't let me use the diamond kit. If I'm maybe in this case a hunter, it will let me use kits, and it will let me use the diamond armor, the diamond kit. And so that's pretty much all it is to it. Please feel free to comment if you have any queries, if it's not working for you. It is quite hard to get a grasp of, especially with the whole have to be literally 100% precise. But, any questions, I will happily answer them as quick as I can. I guess the main things you've got to remember are, to make sure the actual name of the kit is always in line with the default kit which has been made. Delay and items should always be underneath each other. The E in items should always be underneath the dashes. There should always be a space between the ID that you're giving and the dash. Same with the quantity. Same with the enchantment. There should be no space in the enchantment, what level enchantment. With the name, there should be a space, like so. And then there shouldn't be any spaces here. For spaces in the name and description, always use an underscore, and remember to use syntax to make it bold or underlined. And then make sure finally to use essentials permissions there. So guys, that's been the tutorial. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Again, it may be a bit confusing, but it's just I've tried to explain it as best as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. So see you guys later.